Hi there, quick visit to the tennis matches. I came across this match earlier on while I was browsing Flash Score, and when I was first into the market, Rogers was 4-0 up, but looking at their head to head, I think that may well be a bit of a false lead. You just look at the head to head here for Clay. You'll see that her opponent has generally had the better results in recent times. But when I entered the market, I managed to get a lay on her at 1.08. So I've got a closing trade waiting 5 ticks above at 1.13. So just a case of her opponent, if she wins the next game or two, that'll easily get matched. So we'll wait and see. Jolly good, that's the closing part of the trade completed. And so we've got £54 potential green up, £60 if we just leave it as it is and Rogers goes on to win. So what I'm going to do is essentially take some of that money and I'm just going to do a back to lay trade again. Given that she's still 4-1 up, this set's about to draw to a conclusion. So Pigato may well win this in a sec. But certainly if Rogers goes on to win the next 2 games and wins the set, this price is going to come away down to 105 or thereabouts. So I am going to stick on another later back at 105. Again with a 5 tick offset, smart bet switched off. And that will build up the profit on the favourite, and we'll come back as and when that gets matched. Okay, that's Rogers won the first set. Unfortunately she didn't come quite as low as I wanted to at 105, so I've still got that later back trade sitting there waiting to be taken. So I'm just going to leave that there for a wee while into the second set, see if that gets matched. But I may remove my offset and actually stick in a number of smaller back bets at ever increasing odds. But let's just see how the second set starts off. As far as the match is concerned, the stats, it looks like it's all been Rogers, as you would expect based on the score. But I'm still fairly confident that at some point, even if this gets taken, at some point that will rise before she ultimately goes on to win. Obviously Pigato has to up her game in the second set if she wants to stay in the match. So we'll come back in a little while. Okay, with Rogers serving first in the second set, it didn't take long to get that bet at 105 matched. So she's 30 up in the first game of the second set. It's just a case of waiting for Pigato's service. If she needs to hold the next game really for those odds to come up a bit. But we'll give it another 2 or 3 games and then potentially bomb out. Not that the loss is potentially high. You can see here but I can green up fairly easily. Let me just pull this down a wee bit. So I can green up for 46 at the moment. But given the profit I made from the first trade, I've got less than half my original stake of 100. My original liability of 100 as a potential loss. So I'm quite comfortable here at the moment. Again, as I say, we need Pigato to step up a little bit from what she's shown in this game so far. Let's bring up the point-to-point scores. In set 1, in set 1 she was making a bit of a game of it, apart from possibly this set here that just went in straight points. so far in set 2, it's been a straight game win for Rogers in the second set, and she's just gone ahead in Pigato's service game. So she really needs to pick up the game a wee bit, and we'll see how it goes. It's not looking great at the moment. Pigato's making a right meal of her service game. 2 break points in that game there, and eventually she lost it. So this isn't looking too great at the moment. I may actually just bomb out of this. So we're down at 1.02 now for Rogers. Given that I've cut my overall liability significantly from the start, we'll see how it goes for another couple of games. But Rogers looks like she's going to win this service game to go 3-0 up in the second set. I could bomb out just now for a guaranteed loss of £17. Which is something I may actually want to do. Let's see how she gets on in the third set, but it's not looking great. The idea was sound, but it just hasn't panned out. Well, it's not looking good. Rogers has just gone 4-0 up in the second set, so that's not looking very promising. So it's virtually impossible for me to get out now, so a £37.50 loss, which is disappointing. I must admit, I thought Pigato would put up a better fight than she did, or is doing. So barring a miracle, that's £37.50 down the drain. I'm happy with the decision-making process. Sometimes these things go against you. Oh well, on to the next one. Cheers.